chart now.
Yes. I can see the screen is a chart. 155 is on. Yeah.
Mhm. So, so have you understood? Like, are you like, have you tried to apply things?
Yeah, I was looking at it. Uh, it's good because then I think because now the setting, so I can see that you see even the latest one this afternoon. So it's green. So yeah, even the latest one there is a lot of green and hollow. So there is yeah. So there is a red blue arrow. Yes, there is a big one. Uh, so it looks like the direction is clear. It's just that the circle one, after the red blue arrow, then is basically the circle. I was trying to figure out where is the direction from there, but it looks like they are trying to figure out which way to go. About that. After that, then it becomes green again. It is. I see the direction, but the one that is circle, I was trying to figure out which way that it goes.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
the part that maybe you can help me to explain on that one because it's a weak demand, weak supply, weak demand. Then it's green and blue, so it is give a warning signal for me. Then it's red and blue, so it was not clear for me which way to go. Then after that is uh weak demand. After that is green. Yeah, that's the part.
So now, excellent observation. So, are you like, what is your experience as this session is going to be recorded and uploaded? So, it's been recorded and uploaded. So, what is your experience? How do you find these tools? To be honest and frank, like based on your experience so far, so that I'll get into detail how this tool, like how what you should do when you see this thing. What does this kind of thing mean? Or either
Yeah,
what
so
this kind of price action means, and what has happened on this particular candle and on this particular candle. So to be
yeah,
honest and frank, what is your take till now?
yeah. So I feel much more better in terms of reading the market because now uh I can focus on the important signal. So for the first time, okay, there is a candle that I can ignore it, which is the hollow candle. Okay, I
Mhm,
can just focus in terms of the weak supply or weak demand on this
very good.
one. And
Mhm,
when it comes towards this one, I see there is a smaller candle, and I
mhm.
think I don't know what wording is to use. Is consolidation or it just basically is that they are fighting between one to another. So I just put in a line on the top and a line on the below and just see which way that it goes.
Okay, excellent,
Yeah.
excellent observation. So now,
It just maybe
yes.
if you can help me if there's any other way on reading this when it comes towards this kind of situation when there is a box, the one that you circle. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, that is the whole purpose of this all indicators.
Mm,
First, to get the get the insight what is happening at this particular point and
mm,
what is happening in this particular price action. So at
mm,
least you are capable enough to understand whether the market is going in a particular direction, either upwards or either downwards, or either
mm,
it is consolidating. The
okay.
meaning of consolidation for us being a Wyckoff trader is if there is accumulation, then after accumulation there would be a markup, and after markup there would be a distribution, or there would be another reaccumulation, and price would go upward. And if it is distribution, if this is distribution and if this is reaccumulation, I'm writing RA, and this
Mm,
as an A as an accumulation. Then if it is distribution, then price would come down.
mm,
So you like there are many people who have come up with phase analysis and schematic and all the stuff. which is not practical, which is not logical, and which is not consistent in nature. I'm not talking about, like, I'll not say logical, but
mm,
impractical when it comes to consistency. So, what
mm,
is the accumulation and distribution? Accumulation and distribution, as in the first lecture I mentioned, it is a transfer of hand or transfer of power from supply to demand, or either in distribution from demand to supply. So, when the transition takes place from supply to demand, we are expecting price to go higher. When there is a transition from demand to supply, we are expecting price to go lower. Is it clear?
mm. Yes, that's clear.
So this should be your basic framework if you want to read
Mm,
the market with the help of this tool. So now what has happened over here? We are coming down.
mm,
Then after that we can see the price expansion has reduced, and we can see there is increase in demand. Though this is a some degree of speculative imbalance, when we can say demand supply imbalance. Okay. But after this demand bar, you can see we have come down. We are not able to break the low of this imbalance candle
okay.
per se. So after that, what happened? Price started initiating upwards. So for me, this is some degree of accumulation,
Okay.
because all of a sudden price has plummeted downwards, and as we are approaching downwards, price is shrinking. And if you see the volume of this particular on this particular supply, one second, let me bring up the labels because I have hidden it. One second. So you can see supply is 1.31. Here supply is 1.9298. That means we are supply is getting is being reduced. And if we see the demand 897, and as we are approaching downwards 445. So can you make out that demand is stronger and supply is weaker? So now your one question would pop up in your head, that if we are going upwards, why we are seeing this supply candle? This is your
Sorry, I got
uh,
disconnected.
okay.
Okay, but I saw
So
you
hmm,
you show the volume for the red and the green one. After that, I got disconnected. You were saying?
I was saying this is 1.31, 1.31, and then we got 8.7997. But when we compare this volume with this green candle, you can see the supply volume is of 455, and we are
Okay.
not able to go below this level. So this,
Mm,
for me, this is an accumulation. Okay. So
okay.
now after accumulation, what I'm expecting price to go upwards. This is
Okay.
my analysis which I've come up with. So now, once
Mm,
the price has started accelerating upwards, so now one thing would come in your, like, one question would you would be facing with is, like, if this is up move, then why we are getting this red supply
mm,
candle? Why this supply candles? Because
mm.
there is a tendency of market. There would be two kind of test in the market. There would be two kind of test. First one would be a heavy volume test.
Mm.
Second thing, a low volume test, which stands for LV.
Okay.
So
Okay.
market has a tendency, price action has a tendency to test every price whenever there is a increment in price, or whenever there is decrement, like whenever there is fall or rise in price action, or in prices, it has a tendency to test or undergo
Mm,
test. So
okay.
either ways, the test would be of with heavy volume or it would be with low volume. So in this particular case, we can see the price is the main reason for this test is to the smart money or a composite operator, as per the Wyckoff, they always they are always in lookout for, like, first thing, getting new contracts. Second thing, is there any sellers who want to take this market downwards?
Mm, mm, okay.
Are there any sellers who want to take this market downwards? So Always remember there are two kind of tests. One is heavy volume. Second one is low volume.
Okay.
So here we are testing again as the testing is like how would you say that this testing has ended? You can see this price, this green candle is engulfing all the contracts which were there in this one.
Okay.
If this would have been selling, then we would have got this kind of red candle.
Mm. Yeah.
So this is demand coming in spades. So
Mm.
I like to see this kind of price congestion because it gives me a clarity that okay, now we are done with this thing. Here I can buy with my stop underneath. This is the amount which I'm risking. Let the market take care of my profits.
Okay.
You're getting this man. So after that, what
Yeah.
happened? We got a price, freely price going upwards and then reaching this high. Okay.
Mm.
So this is the gap down which has taken place in today's session. So second thing, market has a tendency to fill the gaps. So as we have approached on this particular gap level, you can see again we went into consolidation.
Mm.
So
Mm.
is this consolidation or reaccumulation or distribution?
Based on what you talked about earlier, then this is the reaccumulation because it
Right.
goes up. Yeah.
Because like how to identify the reaccumulation? It has taken like reaccumulation was taking place. Now you can see this. Initially we started with an imbalance, supply demand imbalance. If you hover your mouse over this candle, you can say supply demand imbalance. And after that, what happened when the imbalance occurred? That means there is an imbalance in this particular price area. You're getting this point.
Okay.
So if there is an imbalance in this particular price area, it shouldn't be. If you have this tool with you, you would not be taken back or you would not be surprised if prices are going sideways from this particular point because it is expected because we are going upwards. There was a test, a heavy volume test or a low volume test, and then this after this test, which was of accumulation or some degree of accumulation, and then there was an up move. So this is
Mm.
bound to happen. So what happened? There was supply demand imbalance. And if you compare the volume, 387, then 395. Then if you see this candle, 741. So what has happened in this particular candle? It has eaten away all the consolidation areas, consolidation points, or whatever the like you can say supply demand tug of war was going on. It all resolved in a demand. So again, this is a buy opportunity for us. And again, I like this kind of price behavior because it gives me a clarity that all these orders has been taken away. All the because if this has been a supply, then we would have seen this kind of continuation. This is
Yeah.
what I'm expecting. So if that is not happening, so I'm placing my bet over here. I'm
Mm.
buying at a danger point and with my stop. Let the market take care of my profit. Now, again,
Mm.
how to add to my story? If this is a distribution, and this was a this was an accumulation and this is a reaccumulation. Reaccumulation means again people are reaccumulating the stock, sellers are taking like the people who have bought in over here are realizing the profit and sell off is taking place over here, and smart money is buying that those contracts who people are selling back into this market, or the people who bought at this particular price level, they are selling it over here. So smart money is buying it and they are accumulating again. So that's the reason we call it as reaccumulation. Okay. So once the reaccumulation has occurred, we went upwards. So now you would say if this was volume and price action was like we can see this much price, this much or like price orders within this price band has been eaten away or taken by the smart money in the form of price rise. So why we are seeing low weak demand up move? Because you see, I have given you an analogy. If you are on a
Mm.
cliff, at the beginning you
Yeah.
would pump in or you would
Mm.
use
Push.
more energy to paddle the bicycle. But later on,
Mm.
it would only slide over. You don't have to use
Mm.
only you have to just maneuver the brakes and you have to manage your balance. That's it. So that is the reason. And at this particular point, you can see we have demand coming in. And then after demand, you see weak supply. So what has happened over here? Have we not approached this particular gap? We have filled this particular gap. So we are about to get a retracement at this particular point. So now what is our retracement final point? The accumulation top, reaccumulation top.
Okay.
We came back with heavy volume. So now many people are good because what happens if you want, like for example, if you want to catch a fish, what would you do? You would throw a net into the water or into the river and you would throw in baits to attract fish. Is it correct or not?
Right.
You are like you might be aware about fishing and all this stuff. So
Mm.
to attract the buyers, to attract the buy, like if smart money want to add into the buy quantity, they want sellers. If there would be no sellers, then who would they buy from?
Okay.
So
Mm.
if this is selling, for example, this portion has not been completed. I am of an opinion that if this is selling, then it should continue downwards. Why we are getting a no demand or no supply kind of buyer? If you
Yeah.
hover your mouse over here,